What's happening? How y'all doing out there? This video gonna be about the worst NBA Finals MVP, and I was doing my research because I had a lot of it's on memory too, but I had to do my research on a few of them. Some of the ones I obviously remembered, which I might consider doing when we get into other parts. But the two that stand out, which were considered one and two, was Wes Unseld in '78 for the Washington Bullets over the Seattle Supersonics, and Andre Iguodala, Golden State Warriors over the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2015. Which one? And I'm gonna break them down. I'm gonna start with Andre Iguodala. Now, Steph Curry was not doing well against Matthew Dellavedova first two games. Um, as you remember, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love both went out in that series. And Dellavedova did a pretty good job against Curry. He did the first couple games till Curry eventually figured him out, got the jitterbugs out of himself, got it going. How I remember that. Klay Thompson hadn't really recovered from the Western Conference Finals, so he was kind of battered up a bit. Took him a while to get going. I think it was David Lee was injected by Steve Kerr into lineup, but Iguodala was playing on LeBron James, but he didn't really stop LeBron. LeBron basically stopped himself. You know, we always talk about his quitting and how he came up short against Orlando and Boston in the Eastern Conference playoffs, respectively, and how against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, this series, they were up 2-1 in Cleveland, game four, and he could have gone off, and he just had one of those half-hearted games, and he's known to have those. I know they always like to bestow how great he is, but he was subpar. Was it much of Iguodala? To an extent, but not enough. But anyway, the narrative had been put in place that Iggy, because somehow he was like a somewhat LeBron stopper, contained him a bit, they put the MVP on him. Even though Steph Curry had better numbers and clearly could have been a co-MVP, but that's what they did. You know, Iguodala averaged 16 points, 5 boards, and 4 dimes. But it wasn't anything that was spectacular, you know. So it's one of those things that you kind of look at like, politics involved. Now we get to Washington and Seattle, which actually those back-to-back series was pretty compelling for that era. You know, those two teams battling it out, pre-3-point line. You had some real interesting Dick Motta, Lenny Wilkins. Had some real interesting battles. But Wes Unseld, who did win Rookie of the Year and MVP in his debut year, I think it was in '69, considered one of the 50 greatest players, on the 75 greatest players. Big, strong guy, and the best big man outlet passer. You know, because people got excited about Kevin Love. Wes Unseld could hit that 94 feet. He could hit that, but he could hit that thing deep on you. But he averaged 9 points, 11 boards, and 3 dimes or something. He got clearly outplayed by Elvin Hayes. This is